Hello, my name is Tom Palmer and I am a children's author, and this is my short 10 to 15 minute video for Neath, Port Talbot schools and libraries about how to edit a story. Editing is really important for me. I write stories quite quickly and then I spend about 3 times as much time editing and checking them to try and make them as good as possible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write a very quick first draft of a story. And I'm not going to worry about mistakes or flaws or anything like that. I'm just going to do it. Then we're going to edit it together. I'm going to edit it and you're going to watch, but it'll be like we're together, if you see what I mean. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of go through it as quickly as I can and then just find places that we can improve it as a story. I'm going to use a story which I worked on in another video that I've done for you. If you've watched that video, you'll know all the story all about Glenn, the dog, and Emil, his handler. But if you don't, this is a story about a parachuting dog who is trained to jump out of aeroplanes on D-Day in the Second World War. He jumps out of aeroplanes to help defeat Nazi Germany with his handler Emil, who he loves. Because dogs love their masters and mistresses if they're nice, and this is going to be the story of them in that plane. But in the plane, Glenn, and this is a true story that happened to this dog and this man. In the plane, the dog got nervous because he could sense his master was nervous, and things went a bit wrong. But I've not done this before because this is from a child's point of view, but in this story we're going to do it from Glenn the dog's point of view and see how it works, and we'll edit it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write it, and I'm not going to worry about making mistakes. I'm not going to worry about things seeming to look a bit silly. I'm just going to do it, because I think if you spend too much time worrying about every word you write, you lose the flow of your story. So be prepared for some imperfect writing. Right, I'm going to start there, across to there, and I can go all the way down there. That's good. Right, I'm going to do it from the dog's point of view. I looked into Emil's, so Emil's the name of his owner, Emil's eyes, for the first time ever. I could smell his fear. Emil, I hope you can read this, it's not as bad as it. Emil was terrified. Now all my confidence was gone. This is going quite well. Did I want to jump out into the dark Normandy night? Dark Normandy night, no. If he was scared, I was scared too. Right, that's the first draft, right? So that's a really fast draft. I'll read it out, and we're going to find 5 ways to improve it, and this is how I do editing. So I write a short paragraph, and I'll try and find 5 ways to read it. So I'm going to read it, and I'm going to underline bits I think we can improve. But you actually will read it once, you think where you can improve it, then I'll do it again. Reading aloud is a really good way of doing this. I looked into Emil's eyes. For the first time ever, I could smell his fear. Emil was terrified. Now all my confidence was gone. Did I want to jump out into the dark Normandy night? No. If he was scared, I was scared too. Right. You are right. What do you think? Is the places you can improve it there? Freeze it if you want to and have a look. There you go. So I've looked. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, I think we can make this story better. Should we see if this green's any good? Green's not bad. I'll just use the black. It's better. Right, so I looked into Emil's eyes. That's good, but it doesn't give much away. It doesn't tell you who's who. So you want to kind of draw the reader in by making him think, why has he said that? So we need to put something through. So how about instead of Emil's eyes, we put Emil's human eyes. Right. That's a strange sentence, isn't it? I looked into Emil's human eyes. If you read that, you'd think, well, why would you put that? And then you might think, hang on, does that mean that whoever's saying this isn't a human? And that's quite a good way of mysteriously drawing the reader in. So that's change number 1. Right, next change. I think for the first time ever, I could smell his fear. Smell his fear? Actually, I'm going to go back. I'm going to change it. I don't think smell, I think sense. Dogs are famous for sensing things, aren't they? But maybe it's what he can see or what he can smell. Smell's too specific, but if we make it sense, it's going to be a bit better. Or is fear the best word? Do you know what? I think we don't need one of the sentences. I think if we cut out Emil was terrified and we cut out fear, we could put terror instead. Even though it's less words, it's got more power. Listen to this. For the first time ever, I could sense his fear. Emil was terrified. Oh, for the first time ever, I could sense his terror. That's shorter, and therefore it's more powerful, in my opinion. Now all my confidence was gone. Now all my confidence was gone. How about, because we want to say that he's a dog, how about we put in now all my canine? That's another way for dogs, isn't it? And canine and confidence is alliterative, isn't it? So that's good. That means like the two k sounds. Now all my canine confidence was gone. And we could even get rid of all, because we don't really need that. Now my canine confidence was gone. Did I want to jump out into the dark Normandy night? See, I think that's a great sentence. That's my favourite one of all of them. I think a question in a story is great because you take the reader with you. If you write something and it's a question, the reader kind of wants the answer in the next lines or paragraphs, and that's a good way of keeping the reader interested. No, that's enough. Or how about no? How about no, I could not? No, I did not. No, I did not. How about that? Instead of just no, put no, I did not. What a mess. Sorry, let's use that. No, I did not. Right, I think that's better because it's kind of, so like, let's listen to it. Now, hang on, sorry. Did I want to jump out into the dark Normandy night? No. Or, did I want to jump out into the dark Normandy night? No, I did not. It's more, there's more emphasis on it. It's more expressive. It's more, there's a bit of anger in there, isn't there? And you want your character to be angry because he's scared. If he was scared, I'm going to put Emil there. If Emil was scared, I was scared too. And then I was just thinking, what about at the end? We need kind of like, I refused. How about I refused to jump? And then you've actually got an action. You kind of, the reader now knows that you kind of got, he's refusing to jump. He's not going to go. I mean, we don't know much about it, but you kind of got to give clues to your reader, but not tell them too much. So let's read the old version, and then I'll read the new version, and we'll see. Try and think of ways that we've made it better, or maybe you think I've made it worse. I looked into Emil's eyes. For the first time ever, I could smell his fear. Emil was terrified. Now all my confidence was gone. Did I want to jump out into the dark Normandy night? No. If he was scared, I was scared too. Right, that's version 1. This is version 2, after we've edited it. I looked into Emil's human eyes. For the first time ever, I could sense his terror. Now my canine confidence was gone. Did I want to jump out into the dark Normandy night? No, I did not. If Emil was scared, I was scared too. I refuse to jump. I think that's stronger. And I think what we've done is, just to summarise, I think the reason it's stronger is we've added sentences, we've added words and sentences. We've cut, so we've taken away. It's a bit like maths, isn't it? We've added, we've taken away, have we divided anything? Maybe not. But you could, we've not multiplied anything, have we? Added, taken away, you can swap things. So there are three of the things. So you can add things, take away things, you can swap. But I think the main thing that works for me, which is probably borne out by what we've just done, is read aloud. If you read your thing aloud, what you've written, you can edit much better, and that is my leading principle when it comes to editing. I hope that was useful. That's how I go about writing, and I think, to reiterate, it's really good to write something quickly, not to worry too much about it, and then go back to and try and add, take away, or swap by perhaps reading aloud. Thank you for watching, and all the very best.